Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, December 14th, 2015. Looking at precipitation over the past 14 days, you can see that much of the Great Basin has been much drier than normal. The only exception is portions of western and central Idaho, where you can see that precipitation has been well above normal, but in general, pretty much the entire Great Basin has been below normal over the past 14 days as far as precipitation. The satellite this morning shows a deep low-pressure system centered over northern Nevada, southwestern Idaho, and that will continue to rotate southeastward into the area through this afternoon, bringing widespread snow to much of the Great Basin. Taking a look at the ventilation index, you can see that the best values are expected to be across much of Nevada this afternoon, although portions of Utah will see some good to excellent mixing this afternoon. If we look at that in more detail, you can see that the strongest transport winds are forecast to be across much of Nevada and southwestern Idaho this afternoon, which leads to good mixing, and the mixing heights are also the highest across that area. So that combination of good transport winds and deep mixing heights will lead to good mixing today. As we move into Tuesday, we'll start to see that mixing decrease across western Nevada and increase across Utah. That is due to the increased transport winds across Utah and the decreasing transport winds across western Nevada. And you can also see those mixing heights are increasing across the same areas. So again, with the increased mixing heights and the increased transport winds across eastern Nevada and western Utah, we will see improvements across those areas on Tuesday. And then as we move into Wednesday, we'll see a decrease across pretty much the entire area. This is due to high pressure moving in from the west. With that high pressure, we will see a decrease in transport winds across the entire area, as well as a decrease in mixing heights. And so with those decreased mixing heights and transport winds, again, we will see a lowering in the mixing across the area. If we look at Utah over the next few days for the clearing index forecast, you can see a downward trend moving into Wednesday. The National Weather Service is forecasting excellent clearing indices across the entire state this afternoon, but those will decrease moving into Wednesday as we see the high pressure building. Much of the Great Basin will see precipitation over the next few days. You can see much of Utah will see that precipitation, as well as Idaho and the northern part of Nevada. As we move into Thursday, we'll continue to see high pressure building, and with high pressure we do see that decrease in transport winds and mixing heights, which leads to lower mixing overall. So you can see the ventilation index is quite low by Thursday. That continues into Friday across the entire area with high pressure remaining in place. And that continues to be the trend on Saturday, though there may be a bit of improvement across portions of southern Nevada on Saturday afternoon. Looking at the day 4 and 5 precipitation accumulation, you can see that the focus is still really across the northern part of the Great Basin. We're looking at precipitation across much of Idaho and portions of northern Utah and Nevada in that 4 to 5 day period. Finally, looking at the 8 to 14 day period, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for above average temperatures and above average precipitation. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Our contact information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.